We're gonna start with a fresh, clean face, and we're gonna use primer first. I'm using this Nivea Men. This is a sensitive aftershave balm, and it's very good for calming the face, calming any blemishes. I'm gonna take a little because a little goes a long way. We're moving on with liquid foundation. I'm using this Max Factor Miracle Match Blur and Nourish in shade Warm Almond, and I really like it because it is pretty light. The color is pretty light. And then a beauty blender. Damp it a little bit with water. It doesn't have to be soaking wet, just a little bit damp. Then moving on to the concealer. I use this She Style Zone. This is my favorite concealer. It is pretty cheap, but it does the best work. I've tried some others, but I always come back to this. I have a little problem here, so I'm going to cover that up as well. And I put concealer with my fingers because the warmth of the fingers, although my fingers are pretty cold, the warmth of the fingers should melt the product in your face, in your skin. And always put your concealer a little bit on your cheeks, so not just in this area, because you don't want that sharp transition, you want that to blur into your skin. Fixing Compact Powder Essence. This is in white. It's actually translucent, but it adds white to your face if you want your face to be extra pale, which I do. See? It's like I've been rolling in flour. I'm gonna use this Essence Contour Kit, Contour Palette. It has bronzer, highlighter, and a blush. Contour and highlighter are great, but the blush is it's almost nothing. So, moving on to blush. I'm not gonna need this actually. I'm gonna use this cream blush from NYX in the shade Tickled. So it looks like this. It's kind of orangey rose, orangey pink. So this is Maybelline Brow Satin. It has this part where you let's put some gel to keep them in place. And the gel that I'm using is this Essence Make Me Brow in Blondie Brows. Primer, eyeshadow primer. This is NYX High Definition. This is my favorite. And it's really important when you're doing smoky eyes because you're gonna use a lot of eyeshadow and you don't want it to crease or fall out, or just you don't want to wipe it off your face during the day, and the creasing of eyeshadow is the worst. I don't like that, and I think you don't like that either. I'm gonna put some under my eyes because I'm gonna put some eyeshadow under my eyes. So when you're done with that, you can move on to the smoky eyes. Okay, I'm gonna use Sephora eyeshadows, this nice palette, and I'm going to start with this blending brush. I always use blending brushes for everything. I don't know, I like them the best. So we're gonna use, of course, black, and I'm going to use this gray black because it smudges better than this one. This is very hard to blend, and this one is very easy to blend. So if you're a beginner, use something that you can blend very easy. So I'm just gonna start with a lot of black, and I'm starting at the ends of my eyelids and then dabbing. It's always best to dab than to swipe across because you don't get product evenly everywhere. And then when you dab your first layer, then you start blending in and adding more product. It's always best not to take too much product because it's gonna fall on your cheeks and it's just very frustrating. So always add more. Like now, I'm gonna add more. So it's pretty easy. It's actually just dabbing and then pulling more and more, like higher and higher on your eyelid, depending on how high you want to go. You can go all the way to the eyebrows, but I don't find that very attractive on me. So I'm going to be attracted today. So this is the best makeup if you want really dark eyes. You can go clubbing with it, or you can go to visit your family like I'm going to do today. I'm going to visit my grandparents today. I want to be extra pretty. So you can always add a little bit more on the corners of your eyes because it's gonna make your eyes again more three-dimensional, which is kind of funny too because eyes are already three-dimensional. So, and that's for that part. Now, we're not done yet, but we're gonna move on to the other eye just to have it even. So every step that you do, you always wanna do one eye first and then the other, and then add more layers or colors, because if you do only one eye, especially if you're a beginner, you don't have the right picture of the steps that you make and the products that you use. Did you use enough amount of equal in amount on both eyes? So just add a little bit more and more. The higher you go, the gentler you want to grab your blending brush, because you want the eyeshadow to fade into your eyelid. You can always use your finger. This is the beauty about the eyeshadow primer, because it gives that buttery base, and if you mess up your eyeshadow, you can always just wipe it off. Well, when you use your without any eyeshadow base, you cannot do that very easy. And I'm really like stuttering because I'm trying to concentrate on my eye. It's kind of difficult to talk and do your makeup at the same time, because I actually never did that before. I was always doing the over voice, but I think this is much better because I can actually take you step by step. And now that the dark part is over, I'm going to use some other eyeshadow for my inner corners. I'm gonna use this NYX in Fireball. These little single eyeshadows are so nice. Look at that. Look at that. That's so beautiful. And this is a swatch. I really like this one because when you put just the first coat, it makes it matte, but then when you add more and more, it makes it more metallic as it should be. So I'm just taking another brush here, and I'm going to put that on my inner corners. Look how beautiful that is. And I just started. So you want to blend that with the black eyeshadow. Just blend, blend, blend until you can blend no more. It adds this special spark. I really like metallic eyeshadows, and I really like red and copper eyeshadows. I think they match all skin tones and all styles of makeup. So we have a little red. You see this? You need to make this transition very natural, like you have one eyeshadow that just suddenly turned from copper into black. And then when you're done with one eye, move on to another eye. Don't forget to put some in your corner. And down. Okay, when you're done with that, I'm just gonna blend a little bit more the tops of the eyeshadow. And don't worry about if you made some mistakes in your upper part, because we're going to put some highlighter eyeshadow. I have any more brushes? I'm just gonna use this brush because I can't find another clean brush. So I'm going to use this shimmery white, just any shimmery white eyeshadow. Like, I am just blending with this foundation brush. You can use any brush for anything. You don't have to worry like, I don't have a blending brush, I can't find it. You just use foundation brush. Why not? See, that worked just fine. Now when you're done with that, you can move on to your bottom eyelashes and then do something dark as well. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to use black eyeshadow. Any kind of black eyeshadow is good. I'm just gonna put it on outer corners. I'm not gonna go all the way there because I don't want to look very tired, and that makes me look kind of tired. So just blend it in with the rest of your eyeshadow in upper lid. Make funny faces, don't forget that. So this is what I want to do. And now the eyeliner, that is very important. I'm just gonna start here. And I'm making a thick eyeliner today. Whenever you're doing the eyeliner, you just try not to go very slow, just do it. Something in my eye. Just do one big swipe. And this is NYX black eyeliner. And when you're done with one eye, move on to the other eye. And try to do the same thing on the other eye. Try to do it equally. And if you don't worry about it. No one's gonna know except you. Really, nobody's even going to notice it. And if they do, tell them they're crazy. They should go check their eyes. They can't see very well. Yeah, look at that. Well, that's drying. I'm going to use this Golden Rose eyeliner. in white. And I'm gonna put it on my waterline because that's gonna make all this black stuff pop out. Now this needs some eyeliner. Again, I'm moving on to the mascara. This is L'Oreal False Lash Superstar, and it has the primer part and the mascara part. So I'm gonna put primer first and let it dry just a little bit. You don't have to wait for a long time because then it becomes your eyelashes become stiff, and you don't want that. So I'm gonna put just a very small amount of mascara because I will be putting some fake eyelashes. The fake eyelashes I'm going to use are these Auras. They're really dramatic but still natural. They're not very long, so they're like natural length, but they're very, very thick. We're gonna put that on. Okay, for eyelashes glue, I'm gonna use this Aura's eyelash adhesive in black. I like using black eyelashes glue because I just think it blends in more with the eyes. You don't have to wait for your white one to dry and to become transparent. This is just black right away. So I put some eyelashes glue and I'm gonna wait for like 10 seconds to make it a little bit more sticky, dry. You can go speed up the process. Also you can use tweezers because you have more control over your eyelashes. So when you put them on, first start with the outer edge and then move on just very gradually. So when you're there, take the middle part and then glue them onto your eyelid, and then the front part comes last and you're done. It's very easy. It does take some practice, but you'll get there. Everyone does. So you take your glue again for your other eyelashes. I just spilled some. The eyelashes glue spits on me. Damn you. Try not to put very thick layer of glue because you don't want to ruin your eyeliner if you miss your eyelashes line and you go like across your eye, it will ruin your makeup. Try not to do that. So again, we're taking eyelashes by their end and we're gonna dry them. And then when you dry, start again from the ends to the middle. Blink, stop to blink if you have to, and then the front. So we did it! Success! While that dries, I'm gonna use this highlighter. It's NYX in Soft Light. I'm gonna use this one. This one doesn't have shimmer. This highlighter. And then at the end, I'm going to use some black lipstick. I don't use lip liner because I'm too lazy. Meow meow. That's my cat. And we're done. We're just gonna have this matte finishing spray mix. Close your eyes.